Hey guys, good evening. Welcome back to the channel, United Red Devils 20 on YouTube. Hope you've all had a great weekend. Hope you've all had a good Sunday. Hope you've all had a fantastic Sunday evening. Hope you're all looking forward to the rest of your Sunday evening. And I hope you're all looking forward to another brand new week in March 2024 this year. First of all, do me a massive favour for me. Hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel, United Red Devils 20 on YouTube. Share the video, hit the tweet button, hit the retweet button, and remember to always remember the notification bell. Put the bell on autumn so you receive dedicated content right throughout the rest of this year in 2024 on the channel for brand new videos, shorts, live streams, brand new games, brand new gaming content, more previews, more match reactions, more dedicated content on the channel for the rest of this year on United Red Devils 20 on YouTube. So please subscribe to the channel and the community if you're new. And you're all very, very welcome to join us on this journey and adventure together. And as you can see, Manchester City yet again are marching on towards yet again another Premier League title. 4 years in a row, the dominance of Man City is going nowhere. Manchester City 3, Manchester United 1 in the Manchester derby. And it's getting that point now that this is getting very boring. Like that Manchester United team go 1-0 up inside 8 minutes. And basically bottle it in the second half, basically throw the game out of the fucking window yet a fucking again. And I'm not surprised by it. I think I go by everyone saying that I knew Manchester United were not winning this weekend. I even told my parents, like, don't expect Man United to get a win this weekend because it simply ain't going to happen. The Manchester City dominance is just going to keep going on and on and on and on and on. They ain't stopping anytime soon. The quality of their players, the quality of their coaching staff, the quality of Pep Guardiola, the quality of the players like Phil Foden and Alvarez and De Bruyne and Erling Haaland and Rodri, the list of their dominating players goes on at Manchester City. And they've basically showed this Manchester United team how to win a Manchester derby. I knew we weren't going to win today. I knew we weren't going to get a point. I knew we weren't going to get a win. But when you go 1-0 up, inside 8 minutes, you honestly think the unbelievable could actually become possible. United somehow walk away from the Etihad with a solid 3 points. And it's a great goal from Marcus Rashford. It's a sensational goal to put United 1-0 up. I mean, we started the game pretty well, to be honest. We did really dominate that Man City side in the first half. I was quite surprised how open that Man City team was. Man City simply did not get going. And I thought from a Guardiola side, that was quite shocking in the first half to start that badly against Manchester United. And I think for me, we did deserve the lead. It is an absolutely sensational goal. Man United were battering the hell out of that Man City back four. And I think the number of other opportunities we had in that first half, if Manchester United were to take them, we might be sat here in a better position heading into the second half. And unfortunately, yet again, the whole second half went out the window soon as Phil Foden got the equaliser. I mean, it's an absolute thunderbolt of a goal, by the way. And Onana, unfortunately, who was probably Man United's standout player in the first half, ain't stopping it. I mean, it's an unbelievable goal from Phil Foden. There's no way Onana can stop that type of shot or that type of power that shot has come in from Phil Foden. That wasn't going to happen. And unfortunately today, the floodgates then opened. It not just the second, but the third goal as well. The floodgates opened. And I'm not surprised by it because I didn't see any game plan in that second half. I didn't see anything that Manchester United were going to be able to hold on in the second half for a 1-0 win. And even my mum said to me, like, don't be surprised if Pep Guardiola takes those players in at half-time and absolutely gives those City players an absolute rocket, and they're going to come out in the second half and absolutely batter the hell out of Manchester United. And truth to behold, it happens. Man United were just absolutely shambolic in that second half. Couldn't get hold of the ball, couldn't dominate the game the way they did in the first half, couldn't control the possession that we had, most of it. And the chances in the second half were absolutely limited. We didn't have one shot on goal in that second half. Not one shot on the Man City goal. And with the chances in the first half, if we'd have took them, the second half could have looked a hell of a lot brighter. I'm absolutely deflated. Like, we were, for me, the better team in the first half. And I was quite pleased by how we were performing. I thought it was quite a shock that we take the lead, and I thought, we did kind of deserve it, but I just knew a Man City fight back was going to come. I couldn't see Man City losing this game. The quality of the players is, quite frankly unbelievable, and it's not a surprise because, Pep Guardiola is building a winning machine, and this winning machine is going to keep on rolling and rolling season after season in the Prem. And it's now getting to a point that this is now getting quite boring. If Man City were to win the league, it's 4 years in a row. And I think that dominance is going to keep on happening the way Pep Guardiola builds that Man City team. It's an unbelievable set of players with an unbelievable talented squad that Pep Guardiola has built with his bare hands. And you look at the investment, you look at the players they have. Are you surprised Man City and Man United that there's such a huge gap? Because I'm not. The gap in quality is so ginormous that Man United have got no chance. We can't compete with Man City. We can't compete with their bench. We can't compete with their starting lineup. We don't have those type of players to be able to perform consistently in a Manchester United shirt. And we did bottle it in the second half. It was a complete joke. I mean, for the equaliser, if we're going to really talk about VAR going yet again against Manchester United, not just once in this game, but twice as well. Number one is the foul on Marcus Rashford by Kyle Walker. Clearly, even by the naked eye, Kyle Walker has got a clear hand on Marcus Rashford's shoulder and brings him down when Marcus Rashford is attacking the Man City penalty area. He's brought him down and it's a clear foul. And Man City have then gone up the other end and equalised, where that foul should have been given in favour of Manchester United. So Man City's equaliser really shouldn't have stood. The second goal, I mean, Phil Foden has been left unmarked, unchallenged, and has had a free run inside the United penalty area. No one closes him down, and then gets Man City the lead. And then VAR decision number 2 is the clear foul on Garnacho in the Man City penalty area, where Ederson has absolutely clattered the hell out of Garnacho and has clearly fouled him in the penalty area. And I can't understand how VAR have not given either of those decisions against Manchester City for fouls on the United players. For me, it is an absolute disgrace that VAR are awarding Man City free and obvious, clear, money-making decisions that Man City are being favoured on the pitch at the moment. And I'm getting tired of it. I'm really, really tired of Man City battering the hell out of everyone, winning a treble, winning the league, winning the FA Cup, winning the Champions League, which they're going to do again this season. It wouldn't surprise me if they were to win the treble. I mean, if that was to happen 2 years in a row, the glory of what United had in '99, that's now going to go because Man City are going to do it back-to-back in 2 years in a row. And for me, it's going to keep carrying on. The same dominance that Man City are not just shown today, but they've showed all season that they are clearly the favourites to win the league. They're clearly going to win it again. And the dominance that Pep Guardiola is building, if he adds even more quality into that team, Man City are going to get stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. I'm gutted we didn't win the game because we started so well today. And it's a sensational goal to put us in the lead. And I thought, you know what, it might happen. But to concede the 3 goals we conceded, especially the third goal as well, the mistakes from Varane and Amrabat, I mean, it's just, it's making me so tired that we have got bang average players at Manchester United that aren't fucking good enough. And mistakes that were made for the third goal is absolutely, it's a calamity. It's an absolute shambolic way of defending and trying to play out of the back. I mean, the pass from Varane to Amrabat, and then for Amrabat to lose his concentration off the ball, and for Man City to basically just charge down and win the ball. And then Erling Haaland's got a one-on-one situation where you basically know that is going to end up in the back of the Man United net, and he makes it 3-1. And you can see why players like, De Bruyne and Erling Haaland have picked City over United. You can see to the naked eye why they picked City over Manchester United. It's not hard. It really, really isn't. Pep Guardiola is an absolute formidable manager, formidable force. And what he's doing at Man City, he's building a legacy that is going to last forever in Manchester history. Man City at the moment, at this current moment in time, based on results, trophies, and success, are the dominant team in Manchester. I even can hold my hands up to that. They are the dominant team. They are winning every trophy going from. They are winning the league every fucking season. They win the treble and then they rebuild and are still such a superior force. And if Man City, had 18 shots inside the first half, 18 shots where, Onana kept out every single one, which fair play to him, probably. Onana was probably, in my view, Man United standout player because he was not letting Man City through. He was not conceding any shots or any goals into the United net. And for me, he would have probably deserved Man of the Match award in the second half. But he can't keep the 3 goals out. You can't stop those goals. It is piss poor defending. Tactically, I didn't see a team in the second half. I honestly thought the whole game plan in the second half was shambles. Absolute shambles. The midfield balance was off. The back four are dreadful. The attack, again, is fucking non-existent. And some of the subs today, let's talk about this. You're bringing on Willy Kambwala in an unexperienced centre-back to go into a Manchester derby with. You're bringing an inconsistent Antony on. You're bringing a young striker in Forson who isn't fucking good enough. And you're bringing on Amrabat. Can we talk about how naive that actually makes us fucking look? We are bringing on these players to try and keep Man City out and somehow try and make a difference to maybe try and rescue a late equaliser. The tactical decisions, it's just shit. I think Eric Ten Hag, has got a lot to look at today. That those players aren't good enough. That bench is trash. And players that aren't been given opportunity, like Ahmad, are on the bench. And you're bringing on Antony. What to do what? To put Garnacho back on the left, and then Garnacho was taken off of Forson. And again, what the fuck's that going to do? I don't know how Scott McTominay played 90 minutes. What the fuck is this guy doing in this United midfield, playing 90 fucking minutes to try and prove himself? He's absolutely crap. And he plays 90 minutes. If anyone should have come off, we should have brought Ahmad on to make a difference on the right wing, because Garnacho on the right wing, I don't know how many times that I've got to keep on saying this. Garnacho on the right wing, they ain't working here. And we are carrying on doing it. That, for me, is quite naive to play players out of position in the first place. But to keep on doing it game after game, can you see why we are so inconsistent in the front three? Can you see why there's no goals? Can you see why we pick up the injuries we get? It's because the front three we've got at the moment are fucking trash. 1 goal for Marcus Rashford, and then the second half, absolutely non-existent. 1 goal is meant to change the game, and you would have thought that would have inspired Rashford to do a lot more in the second half. But again, went back to being completely fucking non-existent in the whole of the second half. Again, you would have thought, oh, that goal will do him the world of good. We've got the lead here. Let's try and build on it. He has another glorious chance to, get one-on-one with Ederson, but obviously heads the ball into the ground and then loses the battle with Kyle Walker at the back defensively. And then he gets inside the City penalty area, unmarked, by the way, and he can't even keep the fucking ball in play. It doesn't surprise me. These players are shit. And people need to start realising that this can't keep carrying on, because results like this season are going to carry on into next. And if people expect things to be great, it won't. It will be shit again. And I think if it keeps carrying on, certain players need to be out of this team. And it has to happen sooner rather than fucking later because I'm tired of it. Like, I don't understand what's happened with the formation today. Why are we deploying Fernandes on the right and playing Scott McTominay in a midfield with Casemiro and Mainoo when clearly that wasn't fucking working? I don't understand that. I can't understand why we are playing a false nine in this team when it ain't working, Eric. Like, Scott McTominay offers nothing going forward and he's being played at a false nine, trying to somehow add a bit more goals into the team to build on the lead. Scott McTominay was fucking non-existent. I mean, how many times does that guy give the ball away or pass the ball backwards? And that's all I seem to hear at the moment is what we're doing. And I see it with the naked eye. All we seem to be doing is building from the back, building from the back, building from the back, pass back to the goalkeeper, pass back to the back four. That is all I see United doing. And it's happening every fucking game. We are doing the same style of football with no dynamics, no ambition, no clear plan, no clear identity, and United fall asleep and absolutely cave in when the equaliser went in. That is where it went tits up. Soon as the equaliser went in, United caved in. They did not know how to respond to that because they were probably shocked that, Man City got back into the game because they probably thought they had the game won when they got the Rashford goal. I honestly thought the United players thought the game was done, thought the job was done for the day. Oh, let's take the rest of the game off here, lads. We can't see Man City causing much of a threat. Yeah, they had 18 shots on goal in the first half. You've conceded 3 piss-poor goals in the second half to lose us the fucking game again. And you're now gone 18 points behind Man City. 18 fucking points. I mean, it ain't just bad Tottenham winning at the weekend. Newcastle and Villa all fucking won. And it looks like, forget Champions League football here for a second. We are going to be lucky to even be in fucking Europe. At least next season. We might not even be in Europe. Let that sink in for quite a long moment. We might not be in Europe because of these players, because of this squad, because of the non-existent football, for the piss-poor defensive work that we don't show. It's just shambles across the whole team today. Not one player really can stand there with any credentials, except probably the goalkeeper, because he was United's best player by a mile in the first half. But in the second half, you can't stop the 3 goals. You can't stop that. The quality's too strong. And unfortunately, I don't blame Onana for the 3 goals, by the way. I blame that whole team for letting Man City just attack them. We couldn't get out our own half. It was just constant Man City attack, and attack. I honestly did not see how United can just sit there and throw it away, because you actually played some good football in the first half. You were actually tearing through this Man City team. You were actually showing that this Man City team can actually be beat. I mean, that Man City team was wide open. Absolutely wide open. You look at the chances that Foden had in the first half and Doku and that absolute unbelievable miss from Erling Haaland. You've got to look at this now. Look at the chances Man City got, but absolutely bottled. And United should have been inspired by the misses. But it's because Man City pile the pressure on with every single attack that they've got. They don't let up, Man City. They keep on going and going and going. Man United can't do that across 90 minutes. I don't know why the energy levels, you go in the second half and it looks like the whole energy in the team went out the window. I'm just so pissed off with it, because there was an opportunity today to win this game. And United have not just been robbed by VAR by 2 massive decisions. You've conceded 3 shit goals to piss poor defensive work. And a midfield battle that has been non-existent the whole game because you've got McTominay in there. And you're putting Fernandes on the right wing when he's not a fucking right winger. And again, how many more times is that going to keep happening? Putting Fernandes on the right wing. I don't understand why we did that at all today. That was not going to work. Man City's back 4 was really vulnerable. Kyle Walker, Ruben Diaz, John Stones, and Nathan Ake. Man City's back 4 is meant to be solid. It was so there for the taking, and United have missed a trick. Absolutely missed an utter trick to try and get some more goals to dominate that Manchester derby. And the problem is now, the backslash is going to continue because the players know they're going to be in for a rough few hours in the next few hours because the criticism and the crap they're going to get off the United fans and supporters is going to be absolutely hostile. And I don't blame the fans for being angry. I don't blame anyone because I would be massively pissed if we've got the lead from a fantastic goal, by the way. You can't take that anything away from Marcus Rashford in that moment of the game. But it's 8 minutes in and we didn't build on it. We do not build on the lead we get. It's because the chances we create for ourselves, we don't convert them. And you can see why we do need more players to build on this team to make it a lot better. Because these players we've got now are not at the level. And Man City have exposed it again. They've done the double over us. They're still in the FA Cup. They're probably going to win the Champions League. And as for the Prem, I've wrapped the Premier League title up in gold because I think Man City are going to win it. By a mile, of course they're going to win the league. Liverpool ain't going to stop them next weekend. Not with that type of quality Man City showed in the second half. Like, I was surprised by the first half, but was I surprised by the second half comeback? No. Because Man United didn't have any answers. You can't stop their quality. And unfortunately, when you can't stop the quality, the floodgates will very much be opened up. United open themselves up for criticism. They open themselves up for hate. They open themselves up for absolute crap that they get off the fans and supporters because when you play like that in the second half and you basically, show the white flag and basically give up, that is the mentality. That is the fucking mentality of these players. They can't stand, going a goal down. They can't stand when they concede and the mentality goes on the floor. They basically give up. They can't be fucked anymore to try. And that's what has pissed me off so much, is that these players, they give up time and time and time again when they go and get stuff. They don't know how to respond to Man City's quality. There ain't no response. I think those players need fucking CPR because at times Man United's defending was giving me fucking heart attacks. Like, it's shambles. Absolute shambles. The build-up play for Man City is absolutely crisp. The way they pass the ball, the way they defend the ball, the way they put in their tackling, every aspect in that Man City team, you can't fault. They have got every position in that team, it's got quality written all over it. The only big blow for Man City was probably if Grealish was fit, he probably would have started today. And you've not even got Grealish, you've not got Guardiola. I mean, the list of players Man City actually had unavailable today might have given Man United a psychological boost. That maybe that threat won't become much as a problem. But Man City have always got players in other departments that can fill those gaps and still show quality. I mean, the back four of Dalot, Varane, Evans and Lindelof, I mean, that's frightening. Like, fuck me. Like, to start off with, that back four that are so crap, defensively woeful, and can't defend. It is no wonder we conceded 3 goals because the tactical defensive masterclass that we try and put in ain't there. These 4 are shit. Dalot can't go forward. He don't trot back. Can't play Evans. I mean, what the fuck is Johnny Evans doing at Manchester United? The amount of times he got given the ball, he kept playing the ball out of play. Every time he got the ball, he gave the ball away time and time and time and time again. And I can't stand these players. That is not acceptable. If anyone should have come off in that second half, I mean, thank God Johnny Evans came off because that was logical to happen, that he needed to get out that team because he's just so slow. And his passing is just dreadful. I mean, you look at the gap now in the Premier League table between us, Tottenham and Villa. And even Newcastle, because they won at the weekend, and so did West Ham. And you look at the point gap. We are now 11 points off Villa. 11 points. 6 off Tottenham. And Tottenham have got a game in hand. West Ham are only 2 points off Manchester United. Newcastle are only 4 points off Manchester United. Brighton are only 5. Wolves and Chelsea. Wolves are only 6. I mean, the standards are shit. The standards are absolutely shit. And I'm not surprised we lost because I knew we weren't going to win today. It's just the manner of the way we've lost the game in the second half. It absolutely blows my mind where we can't do our job properly. And these players that are, meant to be great are basically non-average National League players. And I think a National League team with National League players would show a lot more heart to go to the Etihad and try and get a result. And when you get the lead, you think, great, let's build on it. No, we don't. We can't build on that lead. We don't have the players to be able to finish the job. We don't have Rodri. We don't have De Bruyne. We don't have Haaland. We don't have Foden. We don't have Alvarez. I mean, are you surprised we've lost? Because I'm not. I'm just disappointed and angry the way we were just absolutely battered in the second half. We could get our own half. Every time we tried to get our own half, Man City won the ball back. And the back four and their midfield were running the show. And they were making it look fucking piss easy. The way they can just carve a team open, they make it look so damn easy. And it shows at the end of the day that, you know what? Fair play to what Pep Guardiola's doing. You've got to applaud what he's done at Man City. World-class team, world-class players, world-class coaching staff, and a world-class manager. And when you've got shit, rich, filthy owners that have got billions and billions to spend, then no wonder Man City carrying on dominating English football and even European football, because they are just a formidable force and you can't stop them. And I mean, good luck to Liverpool next weekend, because if they can do that to Manchester United, what the fuck are they going to do to Liverpool? If I was a Liverpool fan, I would be very, very nervous headed into next Sunday, because I think Man City are going to do it again. And I think they're going to do it again and again and again and again. They are going to go to Anfield knowing that if they win that game, they're basically going to win the league with about 10 games left, because it will be match day 28. So Man City would probably need another 6 or 7 wins. They'll win the league again. And then, it's not a surprise that, there could be a Champions League club again. We aren't going to even be in Europe at this rate, Manchester United. And if I was Erik ten Hag, I would be having a hard-on look on how we lost that game, because I didn't see a team. I didn't see no game plan. I didn't see players wanting to actually try and get this result over the line. I've seen these players give up again. And I don't know why the mentality of them is so shit, but it shows that these players are not up to the level. They're not up to the task. And unfortunately, the more of this will happen again next season with these sets of players trying to somehow perform as a team. I think we're in big, big trouble. Now we are in a real bad situation, because if West Ham and Spurs and Villa keep on winning, and Newcastle, we are going to find ourselves not in the Europa League, not in the Europa Conference League. A year out of Europe is going to be horrific, because that will mean a crap summer transfer window where a manager will be left absolutely blindfolded again with 2 hands tied behind his back. But I think Erik ten Hag has got to take some criticism today, not just for the subs, but the starting 11 as well. You do not go to the Etihad and play a 4-man midfield and put Bruno on the right. That made no sense. If you want to do something different, change the front three and don't pick Mctominay. You pick Mctominay and you put Bruno on the right and Garnacho. It ain't going to happen quickly. And it showed. It showed for the whole game that plan was not working. I mean, fair play for Bruno's hold-up play for the first goal. That was pretty decent. I mean, the body strength against Ruben Diaz is absolutely quality. And congratulations to Wojak for making 300 subs. Massive congratulations. I'm just very pissed. I'm very, very, distraught on how we've allowed Man City to expose how shit we actually are. And I'm just very, very, I'm not happy. I'm not satisfied the way we're playing. I just don't get the mindset at Manchester United anymore. I just don't get what we're trying to do as a football club. I just don't see a team United. I don't see players that give a fuck. And I'm seeing players just give up. And I don't think that's fair. We should have won that game today. There is no excuse. We should have won that game based on the first half. We should have won. But we didn't build on the first goal. And if you don't build the first goal and just let Man City attack you, Man City's breakthrough will come. And it showed in the second half. But it's just these players. Like, I think Ten Hag, we said about the four-man midfield, playing Garnacho and Bruno Fernandes on the right wing ain't fucking working. We need to stop doing that, by the way, because that is just going to keep on repeating itself. And I think going forward, we need another striker desperately. We need Rasmus Hojlund back in his team and getting Rashford back on the left. But then again, if Garnacho ain't on the left, you've then got to put him on the right. The midfield looked massively unbalanced with Mctominay in there. We did not need Mctominay in the false nine today. But I think that could be Ten Hag's downfall. If you pick players that don't deserve to be picked, don't pick them. And don't let them ruin what any kind of result could have been today. You win at the Etihad, remarkable. I mean, absolutely remarkable. But Man City's home form's too strong. They showed it against Chelsea when they got a result, got a point. They've done it again this weekend with another win. And, if you're looking at the gap between Liverpool and Man City, you're going to look at the points gap and you're going to be panicking because as it stands, Man City are now only 1 point off Liverpool. And if Man City win next weekend, Man City go back top. So they've basically won the league again. I mean, congratulations to Pep Guardiola's players and his team for yet again winning the Premier League for a fourth year in a fucking row, which again is now getting extremely, extremely boring for everyone in English football. And it's going to carry on this dominance in many, many years more to come. So, as a Man United fan, don't get excited by, anything for the rest of the season because the season's over anyway. After today, forget Champions League football because those players do not deserve to be in it. We, as Man United, we don't actually deserve to even be in Europe, in my view. I just don't think, United generally deserve to be anywhere near a European spot. At the moment, we need to try and finish fifth to be in the Champions League. That ain't going to happen because we've still got to play Arsenal and Liverpool at home. We've still got to play Chelsea away. And I think playing like that, we are going to get destroyed. And I said it would be a convincing Man City win. And I said it on the preview. I said, can Manchester United get a result at the Etihad? I said we wouldn't because I just believe Man City would be too strong. And again, been proved massively right here that, again, I would have preferred Ten Hag's tactical decisions to be, get Amrabat back in the team, put Lindelof back at centre-back next to Varane because Johnny Evans' age and his pace and his agility on the ball is really slow. I mean, how many times did he put the ball out for a throw-in? Way too many times. Lindelof, couldn't cope against Foden all game. Foden was having a field day. Varane again, World Cup winner, apparently, and shows that, when he hasn't got a strong centre-back next to him, what are you meant to do? What are you actually meant to do? Dalot, we've mentioned how crap Dalot is. I mean, all this hype over Diego Dalot has got to stop. And I think people have got to realise it now before the reality of this bullshit that Dalot is great and Dalot is fantastic. Just realise for a moment, we've got a right back that can't defend. We've got a right back that can't get forward. We've got a right back that can't put the ball into the box, low or high. We've got a right back that doesn't trap back and defend. And Doku was having him at 6s and 7s. And we've got Dalot. It's just not good enough, is it? We have not got a quality team. We don't have quality players. And Man United are just exposed. Every other game, every team we play exposes Man United's faults. It exposes Manchester United's errors. And Man City picked them off time and time and time again. It was just constant Man City attacking that second half. And I knew United were eventually going to concede the goal. But I'm pissed off with the two VAR decisions that have gone again against Manchester United. It's a clear foul by Edson on Garnacho. Walker has clearly fouled Rashford on a one-on-one situation, trying to attack the Man City penalty area. So the Man City goal should have been disallowed for the equaliser. And, Garnacho should have had a penalty because Man City then went up the other end and then took the lead through Phil Foden. I mean, has anyone noticed how Phil Foden was just given a free run for the second goal and the United players just fucking stood there and let the run happen into the penalty area and let Foden have a free shot on goal? Again, we're just standing there. These players, whenever the Man City front three on the midfield attacked that back four, the amount of times we just stood there like statues and just let Man City shoot. That is not right, by the way. You can't just stand there and not try and put a block in or try and put a tackle in to prevent the shot or prevent that goal from happening. We just stand there and let that happen. I don't know why we do it, but these players, they think so, well, we can't really do anything. You can at least put a tackle in or try and put a block in to prevent the goal from the shot from Phil Foden, because you stood there for the first goal. The second, what brilliant play between Alvarez and Foden for the 1-2 to put Foden in a one-on-one inside their own penalty area. Not even a tackle was put in for that. Not even a block was put in. We just let Foden run into the box, our box unmarked. Free run at goal, free shot on goal, and United players fucking stood there. It is unbelievable shit, piss ass defending. I honestly think enough is enough. Enough is enough now of this. These players just don't give a fuck. When you stand there like statues, like playing stuck in the mud back when you were at school, are you surprised Man United lost? Because I didn't. Based on that today, soon as the Man City equaliser went in, I knew we were screwed. And, we deserved to get the beating we got. We deserved to lose that game. We deserved to get every bit of defeat we got, because United did not deserve anything out of that second half. Just let Man City dominate. You might as well let them attack. You might as well just not have Onana on goal, let Man City have an open net for every shot they had on goal, because United just didn't care. United did not know how to close that game out in the second half. I honestly think it was just a hit and miss situation. Do you know what? If we get a shot on goal, great. If we can score a second goal and get this game done, great. And even Gary Neville said United should have found a second goal and finished Man City off. We might have won the game. But no, we don't have the quality. Garnacho, Rashford, non-existent. I mean, again, bringing on players like Forson, who ain't fucking good enough down the middle. I don't understand why we do that. Clearly, that ain't working. We need an experienced striker. We need a Harry Kane. That's what it's going to take to score goals at this level. And we're playing young kids like Forson up front. I mean, fuck me. He ain't good enough. We need to realise this. He ain't fucking good enough. And you're bringing him on at the Etihad to try and score a goal and make a statement in the game. And then you're bringing an 85 million wash bag on the right wing and Antony, who did fuck all against Forest and somehow got another appearance for United today. And you've got a quality player like Ahmad on the bench who actually made an impact in that Nottingham Forest game in the second half. And he sat on the bench doing fuck all. He didn't even get told to warm up. I mean, the confidence that must be doing to Ahmad, by the way. I would have played him today. I would have taken the hit. Let's get somebody on the right wing that can actually deliver a ball and actually offer some excitement and creativity on that right wing. Because Garnacho didn't work. He was getting found out by Nathan Ake every fucking tackle that Nathan Ake won. It just doesn't make sense what we're doing. I just don't get how some players get in this team and they play poor in midweek and then they play poor again. I'm sick to death of it. How many more times is this going to have to keep on happening that we realise that some of these players are absolutely bang average and they get an opportunity in the United shirt to play every game? They are crap. Erik ten Hag, he needs to realise this. Otherwise, you might as well just sack him. And I'm not blaming him for that performance today. At least we went there in the first half and fight. But in the second half, no, I'm going to give up now. I don't know what happened in that dressing room in the second half, at half time. But something clearly went massively, massively wrong for Man United to play that shit in the second half. It's boring me. I'm bored. I'm bored of Man City battering everybody. No one can stop them. We knew we weren't going to stop them today. The quality of Man City, we all knew would shine through in the end. You can see why Hojlund's at Man City. You can see why De Bruyne's at Man City. There's a clear plan. There's a clear identity and you've got a quality manager. At Man United, it's bang average, and bang fucking average. United don't try and achieve perfection. We don't want to try and achieve the best football that we can. We are basically sit back and let's try and hit the team or the opposition on the counter-attack. That is all I see us doing. You need to dominate the game for the whole 90 minutes, not just the first half. You need to go into the second half and dominate the extra the other 45 minutes. United got in at half-time and basically were knackered. That is what I got at that team in the second half. I looked at a team that was tired, exhausted, knackered, energy gone, levels gone, morale gone, confidence gone. It's like they went into the second half thinking they were the losing team and that they weren't 1-0 up. I just don't know what happened to that garbage, basically. I don't know what the hell happened to them in the second half because I didn't see Manchester United. I saw Man City rip us apart again. They've done the double over the rest of the season, so well done again, Man City. 6 points from 6. I mean, is there any point competing anymore? Because if Man United are going to keep doing this season after season, what is the point? Like, seriously, what is the point? Well, what? I just don't get it anymore. I just can't stand the way we're playing, the way we give up all the time, the way we're conceding goals so softly. It's I'm lost for words how we can play that well in the first half and then all of a sudden it all goes tits up. Something happened in that dressing room at half-time. Something clearly happened for this to go so badly wrong. Because second half United came out and it was let Man City attack us and then we'll try and break them on the counter-attack and see if we can score another goal. We couldn't get into Man City's half. Not one shot on goal in the second half, by the way. What are you meant to do with that? Honestly, as a fan and supporter, if you've gone and watched Man United today, I would not be renewing my season ticket. I would not be going to watch them anymore because this is what they're giving to you. This is what these players are doing to the fans. This is what these players are doing to the supporters. They are ripping the love from us because we are getting so fucked off on how we are playing and how we're deploying ourselves in a big, big game. Our away record's shocking anyway. Erik ten Hag has not won away against any of the top 6 clubs yet. No surprise there. We are basically trying to bank on our home record. And for the away games, well, it's like, well, if we win and get a result, we get one. But otherwise, don't worry about it. But that's not the attitude to have. That is not the mentality to have. That is just ridiculous. It doesn't matter if we don't get a win against one of the top 6 clubs. Do you know how stupid and naive that makes us look? That it doesn't matter if we go away to Man City, Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal or Tottenham. It doesn't matter if we don't get a result or not. As long as we can improve the home form, everything's going to be fine. We can't perform away from home. The away record is bad enough, but today added another milestone onto it. How incompetent we are as a football club, how shit we are getting, how lazy we've got, how bad the football's got. Every department at Manchester United is rotten to the core, as it is. But now it's even more after today. We've been exposed badly. Forget Europe. We're not going to be in it next season. First time ever that's happened since the days of George Graham when he was managing Man United. And what happened that season? We got fucking relegated. Playing like this at the moment, this is relegation form. At this moment in time, this is fucking relegation form. We have won 1 game in our last 3. That ain't good enough. 1 trophy in 7 years is unacceptable. And now we have got to somehow try and turn this around for next weekend. At least we're not playing this week. Yeah, thank God I haven't got to be exposed to this pile of dog shit performing for us. Because I've had enough of them. I've had enough of the whole squad. All these players. I want them all gone. Get these players out this team and let's rebuild. Because that is what it's going to take. We need to spend at least $1 billion on the team. $1 billion investment on players. And bring in players that are actually going to fight and perform in a Man United shirt. Because after today, I'm done with them. Every single player, I'm absolutely fucking done with the lot of them. And if anyone's going to get player of the match today, it's going to the fans. It's going to the supporters because they've had to witness that pile of dog shit on you yet again, shit on your commitment and the passion and the love that you show with your songs and your chants from the Man United section. They actually care. They actually give a fuck. But when those players shit on you and turn dog shit, they don't want to try anymore. So they're getting my player of the match down. I can't get to those players. I was going to give it to Onana because I thought he was Man United's best player whole game. But second half, you ain't stopping the 3 goals, mate. I'm sorry to say, but when you've got a shit midfield, shit defence, non-existent attack, Onana's basically the best that we had today of keeping a clean sheet. If he'd have kept a clean sheet, he would have kept my man in the match because he played well in the first half. But I can't now after conceding the 3 goals. But I'm not blaming that on Onana. I think I'm blaming it on the midfield, the attack, and the defence for costing all 3 goals for Man City game today. So I hope we enjoyed it. Hit the like button, the share button. Hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. United Red Devils 20 on YouTube. Share the video. Hit the tweet button. Hit the retweet button. Remember to always remember the notification bell. Put the bell on at all times so you receive dedicated content right throughout the rest of this year on the channel for random videos, shorts, live streams, previews, match reactions. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 is very much live and active on the channel right now. Go and check out that content. And yeah, the next preview, the next game we'll be talking about for the Premier League will be in the early hours of Friday morning for next Saturday's game for the home game against Everton at Old Trafford, which is the 12:30 kickoff next Saturday afternoon. And we're now going to have to try and win that game. Otherwise, United could be falling as low as 7th to 8th by the end of next weekend if we don't win and results don't go our way. The season's over. Forget Europe. Forget the Europa League. Forget the Champions League, the Europa Conference League. Man United will not be in Europe based on this performance next season. And congratulations to Man City again, who are marching on towards yet again another Premier League title. See you on the next one. Fuck's sake.